Ayo, Chopped Cheese Chronicles is a love letter to the Bronx. Straight up. All the scams, the plays, the heartbreaks, the drip, that's one side of me. But this song, this is me showing y'all the everyday culture, the little moments that raised me. I ain't grew up in no mansions, no suburbs. I grew up in bodegas, dice games, chopped cheeses, and MetroCards. That's the DNA of the Bronx, and I wanted to put that in a record. The intro already set it off. You hear me yelling, BX stand up, then shouting out that chopped cheese and Snapple combo, that's home. That's the Bronx equivalent of fine dining, and it ain't just about the sandwich, it's about the whole atmosphere. Papi behind the counter, the auntie at the register, the cat on the bread shelf like he owned a spot. Soon as you hear that, you know what type of time we on. Playful, nostalgic, colorful, but still gritty. The hook is the anthem. Bronx life, we moving sturdy. Hustle hard, wake up early. That's facts. That's every nigga, every girl I grew up with. We ain't had luxury, but we had hustle. Timbs on, hoodie dirty, but my pockets never hurt me. That's survival. You might look rough, but you got bread in your pocket. You good. That's what I wanted the hook to feel like, proud, playful, but also motivational. When I wrote this, I wanted motherfuckers to feel like they was walking through the Bronx with me. Every bar in the first verse is like a movie scene. The bodega cat, the auntie, Papi smacking little homie's hand, old heads preaching outside, dice games on the corner. That's my childhood, that's my backdrop. I dropped this track to remind motherfuckers, no matter how far I go, how much money I touch, I'll always be a Bronx baby. Now let me talk about how this one got built, cause this shit was special. Chopped Cheese Chronicles ain't come from no random beat pack. I had to sit with Geico and cook it from scratch. I told him straight up, yo, I want this shit to sound like the Bronx in the 90s and 2000s, but still polished enough to ride out today. I ain't want no drill shit. I ain't want no trap club banger. I wanted that boom bap essence, that sample heavy, soulful vibe that remind motherfuckers of the block. We dug through crates. Real talk, Geico got this old vinyl stash, and we spent 2 nights going through it in his studio up in Soundview. We found this chopped up jazzy piano loop that just screamed nostalgia. Once I heard it, I was like, that's it. We filtered it, added some warmth, threw some Rhodes underneath to give it that soulful texture. Then Geico laid a thick bass line on it, bouncy but heavy, like footsteps hitting a cracked sidewalk. Drums was important, I told him. I need that crisp snare, something sharp like a dice slap on the corner, and hi-hat shuffling like train tracks on the 6th line. He layered subtle percussion too, little claps and background textures that made it feel alive. Then we sprinkled in them filtered sax chops, real subtle, like a soundtrack to the hood. It gave the track color, playful, vibey, but still Bronx gritty. As for the writing, this one came fast cause it was natural. I was just talking about life as I lived it. The verses took maybe a day and a half cause I wanted every detail to feel cinematic. When I wrote about lil homie in the store trying to steal a bag, I literally thought about a night in December 2017 when my little cousin Rel tried to pocket a bag of chips from the bodega and Papi smacked his hand. That memory stuck with me, so I put it in the verse. Same with the dice games, the old heads on the corner, the MetroCard double swipe, all real shit. In the booth, I wanted the energy to feel playful, like I was smiling while rapping. Not every track gotta be pain and paranoia. Sometimes it's joy in the struggle. That's why you hear me talking and laughing in between bars, adding ad-libs like straight facts or where my bodega babies at. That was me channeling that block party energy. This was one of them tracks where the process felt fun, not heavy. It wasn't trauma therapy like some of my other joints. It was a celebration. Most times I'm recording pain, survival, scam stories, shit that come from scars. But Chopped Cheese Chronicles, this was joy. This was me embracing the little things that made me who I am. Family-wise, shit was still rough. Moms was stressing about bills like always, but even in them moments, we still found ways to laugh. Like I remember sitting in the kitchen with her one night eating chopped cheeses we grabbed from the bodega, cause neither of us felt like cooking. She look at me and say, Nessa, you gon' rap about these sandwiches one day, watch. And I laughed, but that stuck with me. That same week, I started writing this track. The outro, me joking about inflation, saying, damn, they really taxing on these sandwiches now. That's Bronx humor. We complain, but we still pay for it cause it's part of our DNA. That outro painted the picture perfect, the hood changing, prices going up, but the vibe staying the same. Emotionally, I was nostalgic recording this. I felt proud. Proud to come from where I come from. Proud to turn the everyday into art. Sometimes the most powerful songs ain't about death or survival. They about living, about the small shit that make life real. I dropped Chopped Cheese Chronicles cause I wanted my fans to feel home, no matter where they at. If you from the Bronx, this gon' make you smile. If you ain't, this gon' give you a little glimpse into what our culture feel like. It's colorful, it's gritty, it's loud, it's soulful. And for everybody asking, it's everywhere. Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Tidal, all that. Throw it on when you walk into the store, when you ride in the train, when you sitting on the block with your homies. Let it remind you that it's the little things. The chopped cheeses, the dice games, the metro swipes that shape who we are. That's me. That's the Bronx. That's behind the bars.
One meal, not me. Hey, yo, Papi, hurry up with my sandwich, I'm starving. Bronx life, we moving sturdy, hustle hard, wake up early. Timbs on, hoodie dirty, but my pockets never hurt me. Bodega dreams, corner fiends.